The fact that you're watching this video right now is a biological miracle. 100,000 years ago, in the dead of night, you should have been torn to shreds within seconds. We've always learned human history through grand inventions, empires, or kings. But the true story of our existence wasn't written in libraries or palaces. It was written at the mouth of a dark cave, with the breath of monsters 3 times our size hot on our necks. Modern comfort has disconnected us from our roots, making us forget how vulnerable we truly are. The truth is, we were the weakest creatures nature ever produced. We had no claws, no night vision, and no muscles capable of outrunning a leopard. The 2 holes in the skull of the Tong child, discovered by Raymond Dart in 1924, were the brutal reality of our species' history. We weren't just in the middle of the food chain. We were toys for leopard cubs and light snacks for giant feline predators. When a Smilodon fatalis exploded from the tall grass at 30 miles per hour, the only thing a human could do was freeze in sheer terror. Against cave lions, 25% larger than today's lions or hyenas capable of crushing solid bone, the survival odds for a human child were close to 0. So how did we, the prey, end up dominating the planet? The answer isn't in strength or speed. It's in that first night we gathered around fire. Fire didn't just keep us warm. It altered our biological clock. Controlling fire meant humanizing the night. That 30-foot circle of light wasn't just a safety barrier. It was a workshop for the mind. Cooking meat reduced our digestive tracts and rerouted that energy to our brains. In that moment, we evolved from scavenger prey into architects of our own survival. Then came endurance. While we couldn't match a cheetah's burst of speed, we became the world's greatest marathon runners. Through persistence hunting, we could track an antelope, or even a predator, for hours until it collapsed from heat stroke. They burned themselves out with their speed. We wore them down with our patience. But the real secret to our survival is the Toothless Elder theory. The 1.8 million-year-old skull found in Dmanisi is the sacred line that separates us from every other creature. A lion with no teeth dies. A human with no teeth survives because the group feeds them. We didn't just survive through physical strength. We survived because we refused to abandon each other. The Neanderthal skeleton from Shanidar Cave isn't just an archaeological find. It is a monument to human triumph. Despite being wounded, blind in one eye, and elderly, he was kept alive. That is the ultimate proof of care. We weren't just animals driven by instinct. We were a collective intelligence, bound by language, strategy, and a shared vision. When the migration out of Africa began 50,000 years ago, we didn't just carry spears. We carried thousands of years of pattern recognition and strategic genius. The giants, the apex predators, the monsters, they all fell to the complex web of human cooperation. If we were to travel back to that night, 100,000 years ago, you wouldn't be hiding in the dark anymore. With a spear in your hand and a group that speaks your language and shares your plan, you could stare down that cave lion and make it retreat. Because we are no longer the ones who run. We are the ones who strategize, the ones who light the fire, and the ones who turn night into day. We started as nature's weakest, and we became the only species that brought nature to its knees. And that, in the end, is the story of our endurance.